Hi, I'm RC Jim. I've got a quick tip for you today. You've probably seen my stand for working on airplanes. Started out just as a tabletop stand, and then I had this thing here that I'd used for the table saw to support some things on top of it. And so I've just used a single screw to fasten it onto there so I can easily take it off and use it on the table. But recently I was doing some roofing. And I bought these infill strips out of foam, and some of them are the trim deck style and some are the corrugated style. And I've utilized those in my stand here, and boy, do they do a great job. So this is a piece out of the trim deck one. It's one of these bits here. And I've got one, well actually, yeah, it's two of those. So I've cut it here and here, so I've got two together. Put it in the center, used hot melt glue to glue it in there, and it just happened to fit. It wasn't planned, it just worked out that way. And then back here I've done the same thing, but I've added in the ones for the corrugated. And again, two bumps on each side. And this works fantastic. I've got this wide bit here for a rather large plane with a wide fuselage, and I put the tail end of it in down there. And then when I've got a small plane, I can put it in here to support it better where the fuselage is narrow. And this has got this little tiny thing down here that helps support the back. And of course, with the different bumps on there, you could have different sizes and different widths and things like that, so you can flick it around whichever way you want. And it's nice and soft, so boy, that does a great job. So, just thought I'd share that. I still have these straps that can go across to support the wings if I'm doing something where they're out of balance. Say I've got just one wing on at a time or something like that, I can fasten these across there. Just use a little screw here in the end. I used a hot nail to put a hole into the end of the strap. So they're still there available for that, but in general this is holding it quite nicely and doing a great job. So that's a tip from RC Jim. Hey, make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already, and have a look at some of the other videos on our site.